Okay then, let's continue. Last time we tried with the school, searching for Arquid, but they just say it didn't work. So we try somewhere else. The downtown area. I have no proof, but I have a feeling that she would choose the dark parts of the city. She looked like she was in so much pain. So I thought maybe she would soar away to a place where she wouldn't feel she find anyone. A place where no one would go. It wouldn't be her room. If she truly wanted to run away, she would return to her own place until everything was over. But that doesn't narrow it down enough. If I want to add at least some level of accuracy to this thing, this guess, they have another method than this. I take off my glasses. I drown myself in death. The pulsating lines cover every building in the city, every person in the crowds. I suppress the urge to throw up at the ghastly sight.
これが何の足しになるかわからないけど。
Arcade is a creature of very little death. In this world that is brimming with death, she alone is nearly unmarked by those lines. Given that, if I cast my eyes over the city like this, searching for places without any lines, I can give chase without the risk of missing her. It's a half-baked strategy, but it's all I've got. Pain rips through me. I try to get the overall picture without focusing too much on each individual line. According to her, this pain puts a burden on my brain. I can let my eyes be exposed for too long.
やっぱり大通りにはいないな。
The people walking around downtown will have the unusual number of lines. I don't spot any people smeared head to toe in scribbles, as I had before. My headache will continue getting stronger as long as I have my glasses off. But even so, holding on the sliver hope of that she's somewhere near, I press on, eyes wide open. It's okay. It will get a little easier from here. If they enter the empty back alleys, I'll have far fewer lines to contend with. That's why I must quickly head to the darker underbelly to this city. Within the darkness, where even the light of the moon can reach, it should be easy to spot her white figure. The exhaustion from all this running combined with my headache make me want to throw up. When I place my hand on my forehead, it's immediately clear I'm running a severe fever. I don't need a thermometer to tell my temperature is through the roof. Even back when I've caught a bad cold and was running a fever of almost 40 Celsius, my palm didn't feel this hot.
でもここで
This marked the final destination of my search. Just up ahead is the back alley where I first spoke with her. If she isn't here, then that means my guess was wrong. The moment I step inside, I feel a chill. No, don't tell me. I got it wrong two in a row. A chill strong enough to cool even the 40-degree fever in my head. I see something strange. Deep within the darkness, sparkles are scattering wildly through the air. No, to be more precise, a great number of lands are swarming together, bursting and disappearing.
まさかあいつ
The swarming lines of death belong to the dead. If they are being extinguished, then that means
あんな体で一人で戦ってるのか
my fatigue, my headache, my stupidity, and even the chills from earlier become a thing of the past. I push open the rusty iron gate and slip into the dark passage. The entrance of the back alley. The thin path between buildings. The spray from each of those deaths forms a muddy stream. No fewer than 100 brutal dissections. It's strange. I'm familiar with the layout of this area. There is not enough space for 100 dead to fit inside. It's why the scene unfolding before me must be a single body ripped apart into a dozens of pieces. I don't know. I don't think about what this all means. I think that I can stand. With the sound of my spine cracking every time I take another step down this path. My instinct grasps like a saw against my brainstem. Stop. Don't go. Turn back. What lies ahead is not the things you have seen in your dreams. I already know that. I won't turn back. I won't leave Arquid alone. If I were to run away, she will get herself killed. Unable to shake the dire premonition, I drag myself on foot at a time towards the blind spot laced with death. Inside, not a single dead remained in one piece. My consciousness freezes. The scene assaults my eyes. The ground is awash in red effluent. Only scrap of the dead remain, faceless, arms crushed, cuts spilled, sensory ravaged beyond all recognition. I'm rather speechless by the suffocating stench of blood and the chilling air of death ran rampant. The walls, the floor, not up even the moon, high above. Everything here is red. I hear a thick, splattering sound. With her hand, she annihilated the scribble-covered human figure. Perhaps it's the final one. With a single hand, casually, without mercy, as though squashing an insect. The dead's head is grabbed by an invisible hand and crushed midair, splattering his blood and spinal fluid onto the walls like paint.
アルクエイド
A world where even the moon shines red. Arby stands at the center of it all. She doesn't notice my presence. She simply looks up at the moon, heavily breathing, and out, as if in a trance. I can't call out to her. The grunting on my spine has reached its peak. It's as if that saw has already severed my brainstem. My consciousness is screaming at me. It's telling me that being here is a mistake. It shouts that I don't want to die yet. But it's all too late. Being neither white or not red, I'm a foreign object in this space. The white figure turns around. She glares at me with a single eye, like a demon. Such a dazzling, golden eye. It's not that our eyes meet. I just happened to look into that eye. That alone. It's enough to set my blood coursing and wipe away my higher brain functions. The first thing that I feel is pure survival instinct. It must be here. I must look at that thing. I must be known. I must be seen. We cannot talk. We cannot coexist. We cannot reach a conclusion. I cannot fight. I cannot escape. I do not stand a chance. In short, no matter what I do, you cannot be saved. That's right. The creature is on a whole other level. It's not that she's of a higher or lower class, it's that she's a completely different scale. It's too different. It's too different. That's why. All the bloody vessel in my body as well. First comes fear. But after it follows the almost rapturous urge to kill. A flash of lightning from a blue sky, a clear solution never before seen in this history of mankind. My soul rejoiced at the arrival of enlightenment on par with that of the Buddha. Why? Because the thing is something that mustn't exist. For us, the thing is unnecessary. That's why I'll kill it. Kill it now. Right here. Immediately. I'll give into my racing blood and expel that thing. My heart flips. Even though I cannot can wind, my entire body rumbles, telling me to kill her. Such contradiction. Is it saying that if I don't want to die, then I should kill? Is it saying I should kill even if I'll die? Is there nothing in my head other than murder? I can't. My own self isn't even present. That I must look into the golden eye. There is no way I can do it. I can pull myself away from her gaze. My blood is boiling. I can stand against this raging current. However, there is something that is trying to break through my shell of reason. Why do I want to kill her? Is it because I don't want to die, so I'm going to kill her before she can kill me? It's so hilarious that I might die laughing. This really is the ultimate form of stupidity. Killing needs no reason. Be honest with yourself, Tono Shishiki. You have been waiting to do her sense a long ways back, haven't you? No, I'm the one who should be shutting up. That's exactly right. I simply wanted her. I wanted Arcade. That's all there was to it. From the very moment I saw her, I understood her fact so well that I wanted to vomit. That's right. Every part of me wants her. Even my mind, my body, my tears, my saliva, my blood, my flesh, my lust, and my patience. My breathing is going mad. I can barely stay conscious. Her golden eye swaying in the dark. This is something that killing alone won't satisfy.
Shiki.
The woman's eye turns red. Don't kill her again, please. But at this point, it's far too late. I hear a muffled scream. I don't care. I hold the knife in my hand and press myself against the woman's body. She is keen. There is soft strength left in her. Pinning her down is easy. I straddle her, Wrap one arm around her neck, and with the other raise the knife in the air. All that remains now is to plunge it down within her breast in one blow.
落ち着いて四季。その目はもう使っちゃダメ。
I heard the woman's voice. The contents of my head are simmering away. Shut up. I tightened my arms around her neck. The woman clenches her jaw in pain. I can't believe this. Even though she is such an incredibly powerful life form, right now she can even shake off my arm.
四季。
She is desperately fighting for breath. The woman gasped those words. Thump. My freezing blood makes my heart pound. My breathing goes high wire. My vision won't work properly. It's as if my body is turning into lava. It's so scorching, so hot, that I want to be released from this pain immediately. I shift my body. I slide my hips over the woman's abdomen. I spread Arguit's leg and lower my body through the gap.
四季。
She looks up back at me uneasily. Her gaze only makes my brain bubble more furiously. I'm turgid. I feel like I'm in a trance. Every cell in my body rejoices. This is the moment I was born for. If I don't, right at this moment, I'll definitely go mad. Her flushed cheeks, her tender neck. Beneath me is the body of a woman, nothing more and nothing less. I can feel her pulse. Golden, those eyes, they seem to stare my very soul. I let go of her neck with my arm. I lay my hand on the woman's breast. She's key. I touch her body. I touch her legs. I curl my fingers across her white belly. I felt the warmth of her flesh.
違う。違うよ。こんなの四季じゃない。
A feverish voice. Bleeding red eyes. With that, I completely also lose all control of my thoughts. I hear her whimper as she tries to conceal her shame. The woman desperately tried to push me away with her hands. I seized both of those arms and pinned them to the ground so that she can move. Shizuki, come back to reason, please. Perhaps it would be easier if I had some nails. With her hands pinned down like this, she looks like a crucified sacrifice. Her eyes glare back at me on the top of her, filled with disgust and obvious misery. Her appearance is far too alluring. I can't use my arms either. If I let go, she will no doubt cut off my hand. I crack a smile under the pressure. Rather than violating her on the spot, a struggle to the death in far more appropriate for animal like us. God forgive me.
やめないと後悔する。
With one arm, I grab onto her beautiful white throat. My mouth is the only thing I have left free. I sink my teeth into the woman's breast. What am I even reading?
シキ、落ち着いて。
She continued to mouth a feeble resistance, even as her body twitches. The heavy breath of a man chased across the woman's abdomen. Will it ever end? Arqui, do something. The woman must be quite sensitive, as that alone is enough to make her squirm. No, stop it. I push her clothes out on the way, dragging my tongue across her white skin. Suddenly, I realized that I'm hungry. That's right. My stomach is always empty. I'm always hungry. I draw from the appetite I never had until now.
シキ、ダメ。
The woman puts strength into their arms, but my appetite is stronger. Right? What I'm so hesitant about. There is no different to the meal earlier. Only then, I was the one being eaten. This time, I'm the one doing the eating. We might be different life forms, but the way we do things as living organisms is exactly the same. They're sucking blood at the park. The foolish urges I feel now. The hamburgers we ate this afternoon. They're all the same. You eat because it's necessary. You eat because it's fun. You eat because you want to. You gave each other because you love each other. That's all there is to it. That's all you need as an animal. Resistance is inevitable. Her breasts softly bounce up and down. Their shape is splendid, solid proof that she is a woman. The woman lets out a yelp. She twitches, arching her body like a drawn bow. It makes no difference. I sink my teeth in further, stopping just short of biting it off, to run my tongue over it, relishing the taste. The woman's body temperature is rising. There is no trace left of the coldness from earlier. The woman desperately stifles her voice, as though she is embarrassed by it.
シキ、こんなことして後で。
A pitiful voice. My consciousness begins to slip away. Even though I abandon all reason and thoughts, I'm still losing sight of who I really am.
やめて、絶対こんなの許さないから。
A sorrowful voice. I don't know what it means. I can't hear something like that. I rest my knife. My eyes become clouded with a vermilion red. I'm imbued with the same murderous intent I've been on the receiving end of before. I can solve my own body.
シキ、お願い。
A mournful voice, with tears flowing from her eyes.
違うよ。シキは私のこと好きじゃないのに。
Well, it was a right choice to how they called. Never mind. This isn't right. You don't even like me. Headache coursed through me. My instincts shot at me to keep going. If I stop here, I lose my life. My heart races, knowing that I don't hold her down. She'll definitely come for my head in the future. But she's crying. The woman who had always kept on smiling no matter what. She is crying. I don't believe it. I won't allow it. If it was me, I would never have made her cry. Heidi curses through me. Screams at me to get on with it. My consciousness becomes blurred with conflicting impulses. Asking myself one last time what I want to do. Of course I'm not gonna violate her. I can't. I can do anything that will make Arquid cry again. The first time I was struck with this nightmare of a Heidik, I ended up killing her. There will not be a second time. Even if my brain burns out, I will never allow myself to defile Arquid. Move away from Arquid. My headache also disappeared, and my heart returned to normal. The savage emotions I felt are gone, and I finally come to realize what I've done.
なんてことを。
I can't believe it myself. But the memories remain untouched in my body. Pushing down Arquid, crushing her neck as I prepared to impale her with my knife, and desiring her skin like a beast. I have no words. Arquid straightened her clothes and stand up. How can I apologize to her? There is not something that can be forgiven with a mere I'm sorry.
アルクイド、俺は。
気にしないで。謝らなくちゃいけないのは私の方なんだから。
No, I am the one who is in the wrong. What if I have chronic anemia? So what if I get so dizzy I pass out? Neither of those can justify any of this. If I had been more careful, none of this would have never happened.
シキは私の魔眼を見てしまった。抑えることなんてできるはずがない。吸血鬼の目は未了の魔眼だと言ったでしょ。見た人間の気持ちに関係なく自分の虜にする呪い。だから気にしないで。シキが私に性的欲求を感じたのもその一環。触手の魔眼があってもあなたは所詮人間だから。
He's trying to defuse the situation, but I don't think it's really the case. I really was the case. Arquid coldly said that it was all because of a curse. But she's wrong. Yes. It's true that I went crazy after looking into that golden eye. But it was nothing more than a catalyst. At that time, I truly felt from the bottom of my heart that,
身勝手な勘違いはしないで。私、さっきは正気じゃなかったの。どうしようもなく乾いてて、自分じゃ解決できなかった。だから死者たちを見つけて発散した。あなたはそれに巻き込まれただけ。あなたの心とは関係なく、あなたの体を操ってしまった。公園でのことだって。あと少しで私は式を台無しにするところだった。
Arcud's voice chokes up with anguish. Bitika really in silence. She profusely apologized to me with her whole body. Seeing her apologize like that hurts my heart. I didn't feel like I was manipulated at all. Rather, I feel like I was indulging my own desires.
アルクエイド、俺は
謝らないで。式、これは事故よ。私も忘れるから、あなたも忘れて。そうした方が、お互いのためになるわ。
With that, she begins to quietly walk away.
ある。
I try to call her name, but I hesitate. The hand I try to reach out and stop her with doesn't move.
怖い思いをさせて、ごめんなさい。さよなら式。私たち、もう会わない方がいいよね。
You screw up, Shishki. I'm disappointed. And so, Arku disappeared from the alley, wearing the forced smile all the way to the end. She kicks off, just as she has so often before, like a rabbit hopping on the moon.
なんで。
Even if I want to chase after her, I can't. Besides, I can stop her, not the way I am now.
なんでお前が謝るんだよ。
Self-hatred, remorse, gnaw away at my heart. On the strategy stage of an ally, I look up at the moon in repentance. That was pretty screw up. This morning, I grab my glasses from the bedside, put them on, and open my eyes. The sky visible through the window is a peaceful shade of blue. Despite it being such a bright and beautiful morning, My own feelings are shrouded in darkness. The sign of Arquis' profile as she apologized to me remained lodged in my brain. I'll just both forget. Forget what? The salt in the hallway. Or about Arquis entirely? Either way, it's impossible. I can't forget a single thing about her. I stare fixedly at my hands. I think I still remember Sarko's body. The feeling of her smooth skin. Her rising body heat. My regrets are innumerable. If she killed me right then and there, I wouldn't blame her. Even so, nothing will change the fact that I acted selfishly. At the time, why couldn't I just think rationally? What if, instead of bombing at her like an animal, I would caress her as a human being? If I had. I grind my teeth at my selfish thoughts. It was the sight of Arquis' golden eye that made me lose myself. The simple truth is that at some point, I started being serious about her. Without really knowing why, I was completely charmed. For a long time now, probably ever since the moment she said she would forgive me, a psychopath like me, I've been crazy about her. I don't give a damn about Roa. She's the only thing that matters. Though, I think it's the best way if we don't see each other anymore. I can get that lonely smile out of my head. It's really too late. If only I'd realized sooner, I would never have given her a reason to make that face. It's a morning like any other. Here she comes and wakes me up. I head to the living room, where I ran into Akia and Goaku-san. After making some small talk, I leave for school. It's just like it always is. I'd put my life on the line to protect these ordinary moments. I should be satisfied. I didn't lose anything. And yet, I feel incredibly hollow inside. Whenever anyone spoke to me, I could only reply absent-mindedly. I left the peaceful mansion on autopilot, like a machine, just going through the motions. All of the students filtering through the school gates seems so cheerful. Everyone is abuzz with excitement at the prospect of tomorrow's day off.
そっか。今日は金曜日だったっけ。
You have been so busy keeping up with Archie the past couple of days that I completely lost track of what day of the week it is. It was on a Friday morning that I first met her. She's been waiting for me right here, at the intersection in front of the school.
あいつ笑ってたんだよな。確か。
She was like that from the start. Even though she was waiting for me to ambush the bloodthirsty stranger who had killed her, her eyes were sparkling with excitement.
なんでだろうな。理由ぐらいは聞いてみたい。
But I missed my chance. Never again will she come to the park at night. I take my seat. 5 minutes left until homeroom. Nothing to know about the ceremonies throughout the schoolyard.
おはようさん。ここんところ欠席が目立ちますが、ついに本気出してきましたか？
I let out a heavy sigh. This is where I will normally hurl abuse at each other. I just don't have it in me this morning.
なんだよ、またえらく元気がないな。昨日は学校に来ない。来たら来たで抜け殻とはね。やだやだ。遠野がそんなんだと学校に来ても面白くもなんともない。
Erika shrugged his shoulder exaggeratedly.
悪いけど今日は一人にしてくれ。いいだろう、俺なんかいなくても。お前には先輩がいるんだから。いや、むしろ俺がいない方がラッキーなんじゃないか。
あ？先輩って、俺3年に知り合いはいねえけど。
何言ってるんだお前。先輩は。
Thrill of my mindset. What senpai was I thinking of? I don't know any third years. Seems as Erika. What's happening now?
時間だな。そいじゃまた昼飯時に。
Erika sneaks on through the door at the back of the classroom. She leaves, and comes Sensei, or not. It's the teacher from the next class over.
あれ、マクマ先生？ここ 2C ですよ。間違いました？
間違いじゃありませんよ。それがですね、皆さんのクラスの担任さんは今朝学校をお辞めになられたというか。
Our laid-back math teacher breaks the news to us in a dull voice.
うっそ、ノエル先生いねえの？教師ってそんな簡単に辞められるものなんですか？1週間持たないとか自由にも程がある。
やっぱビッチ系だったか、あの肉食。
Hey, the word goes up from the young men that were in the oil faction. I just nod along absent-mindedly. It's got nothing to do with me. It's not worth my time. I've already accepted that everything is over. The woman called Noelle only came here posing as a teacher in order to keep an eye on me, or rather, to check if I was Roa. If she had disappeared, that means there is no longer anything of interest to her here. I've been properly cut off from the worlds of vampires. The final thread connection to Onoshiki's world to Arquid has been severed. Classes have ended. Tomorrow is Saturday, so the instant homeroom ended, the other students scattered like newborn spiders. Well, that's it for my obligation as a student. The rest of the day is mine. I don't know what to do. I'm like a kite whose string has been cut. The duty I felt to protect the city, to defeat the vampire, is gone. It is all my principle amounted to in the end. I just let it all go. Pretending none of it ever happened would be proper human choice to make. Arquid is gone. Noel Sensei is gone. And besides, I was in over my head with all the vampire business anyway. That executor said that there is no such a thing as a good vampire. Can I still believe that there are, even after seeing Arquids like that? It's a very human thing to get out while you can. Wise even. Could be your last chance to move on like none of this ever happened. The blonde boy also gave me a foul-mouthed warning to that effect. Yeah, this is a good opportunity, to Onoshiki. A chance to wash your hand of that violent affair and move on with your life. I will see through the end.
が潮時だ。それは間違いない。
I've been killed too many times to let it go. I'll never met her again. I don't deserve to see her again. Even so, I will at least carry out my
Did you
duty.
see the bad end from the alleyway? That scene is amazing.
Actually, I try to stay sane and not to do anything to argue it. Do you want me to see it?
It's great. Ah.
Yeah, but it was really cringy. I mean, sexual wise, I mean, well, I felt a bit uncomfortable reading it. But I'll do it for you. Let's go. Let's go drown in our own lust. What a great day to activate bots. He's simply a beast that wants her. This beautiful creature. This disgusting organism. Here, I'm already getting in the right mindset. This maddening feeling. Just like that time. I'm a psychopath who wants only to trample her. With everything I've accumulated in this body. The me that cares about the woman takes a backseat. The fever dormant in my blood awakens. An aneurysm that blocks all reason. If its form is human, then human logic applies. Break, twist, split, untie. Remove, peel, divide, tear. There is no end. There is no limit. I cannot stop. We are gonna beat our score to 17 pieces to 100. Even when I kill her, I really can't get enough of this. I finally remembered. I was this sort of creatures from the beginning. The stage just hasn't been set well enough for me. Acting automatically, or perhaps out of some biological imperative, over and over again. Well, at least the music in the background is serene. Until dawn breaks after 7 nights. The name of the night. The knife. I'll forget everything about being human. Rise up from the sea of blood. It must have been a truly spectacular life form. Even though I dismember only a single creature, the back alley breathes me blood and organs. No picture, please. The color is so pervasive that it hurts my eyes. It's so sticky that I'm starting to walk. It reeks of flesh. It smells like blood. My headache ceases. I made a mess of my own credibility too. Even if I turn heel and end at home, I have long since lost a place to return to.
ああ、お前か。
Come to think of it, we first ran into each other here in this black alley. Maybe it's coincidence. Maybe it's fate. Human life is such a wonderful thing. The fangs of the beast came at my throat. I heard the sound of skirmish flash behind me. Talk about being between a rock and a hard place. She's already reviving? I suppose the aberration reviving behind me was never something that could be defeated by human hands after all.
まったく。下手だね。どうも。
I shrugged my shameful display and offered her my throat. A tremendous sound ran through me on impact. The phenomenon is called bone conduction. The sound of my flesh, a cervical vertebrate, being ground to a pulp, the vertebrates around my nerve skull. Owie. I tried to leave some words in my final moments, but without a neck, I'm unable to speak. What did I long for? What did I hold dear? What was I afraid of? The questions are meaningless to a psychopath like me. From the very beginning, I was a fool who forgot about everything. It was a near instantaneous death, so I didn't have to experience the much worse fate awaiting me. I have no regrets. Although I would have liked to at least give my thanks to the Black Panther-chan for coming all this way to finish me off. Wait a moment.
Law of Foreshadowing for the series here. So good.
You know what I think? The pattern, it might be our sister. Because the clue I've gathered, I snoop around in the mansion, went to the second floor, and then snooped inside my father's room. And then found out about our lineage being cursed. And then we got murdered by that guy, all wrapped up because of the burns, that I already forgotten who he was. Then second, they say that...
Psyche.
Yes, but I don't remember what he said about himself, why he was in the mansion. Because I met him once while he's strolling around the mansion, and he told me about his story or something. Another thing is that we found out that this new vampire that Arquid is after can reincarnate. So I think this vampire did plant his seed in our family, but not in this generation, but in an ancient one. So we are not Roe or whoever he's called, but we inherit some of his power. That's all my deduction by now. Our sister must have some sort of power. Also, I've noticed she wears a foreband, and the panther has a scar in her forehead. Maybe I'm just overthinking. Even so, I will at least carry
I
out...
won't say anything but it's interesting to hear your deduction.
Yes, of course, I don't want to hear any spoilers. Another thing. I also think she's the panther because in another ending, a bad choice we made, pretty much we had we broke a promise to go to meet to Arquid in front of our sister. Then the next day made us prepare a special soup. We went to school, had anemia, and then we got disposed of by the family. So I think it's not too much far-fetched, like they will give up on us and just get rid of us if we step out the line.
The series is crazy, so look forward to it.
Well, already making all kind of hypotheses, so yeah, it's really crazy. Ah, also the petite girl, I never met her anymore. She just disappeared. Maybe she just appeared every time, sometime to save us, to when we make a bad choice, I don't know.
Ciel?
No, yes, Ciel disappeared today. I'm talking about the little girl that we meet in the street. The one that look like Rin.
Oh mio.
You spoiled the name because he never told us if she's her name. One she said she looked like a schoolgirl. They'd always call us pathetic. Ciel, yes. Ciel disappeared and we don't have any memory of her. But we do remember Noel. So that's weird. In the past, this place was always bustling with people. People completely unrelated to me. People will never so much as cross paths with. However, I can write them out simply because I never knew them. Yet I've written them off simply because I never knew them. As it turned out, you can shelve all the guilt if you had nothing to do with it. If ignorance is a sin, every man is a sinner. If sincerely is evil, every man is a villain. That's why there is no reason for me to apologize for the sin before me. I'm not going to lament the deaths of people I never met. Mourning these people just because it's sad would be wrong. Farewells are a moment of remembrance for the living. A chance to shed tears as you think the departed for all their achievements, as you reflect on how brightly they shone in life. To cry and apologize of sadness is nothing more than a self-serving formality. That's why I can turn my back on this scene. Or at least, I thought I could.
バカか俺は。
And yet, I can stay away forever. I'm not supposed to feel sad, nor I'm supposed to feel bad. At the end of the day, I'm supposed to be a man, concerned with his own survival. Even so, there is something about this that feels wrong. I can bring down the curtain simply because I've lost everything. That's something that should only be done when you accomplish all you set off to do, and you can hold your head up high. I get the feeling someone demonstrated that to me long ago. Some unknown individual from who knows where. I hear footsteps behind me. I turn to see. Oh! Someone wearing my school uniform, but I don't remember. Right. Even though I should recognize the upperclassman standing there, I can't even remember her name.
こんにちは。あなたも献花に来たんですか？
いや、俺は。
Senpai doesn't look away from the foot of the barricade. Following her gaze, I see a great number of flowers swaying softly, their heads bobbing as if reminiscent of the deceased.
俺は自分を確かめに来ただけなんだ。それももう半分ぐらい答えは出た。結局俺は。
I can't pretend that vampires don't exist. Not just that vampire called Roa. Her too. I simply can't forget like this.
やっぱりそうでしたか。困った人ですね、あなたは。
Senpai does so much as glance over at me. I make no attempt to meet her gaze either. I felt it was the polite thing to do in this situation, seeing she's gone out of her way to come and give me some advice.
ロアを追うということは、彼女を追うということです。その意味が分かっていますか？
分かってます。どのみち俺一人じゃ何もできない。
分かっていませんね。彼女を追ってもあなたは殺されるだけです。アルクエド・ブリュンスタッドとはもうこれ以上あってはいけません。
それはどうして？
一度でも吸血衝動に負けた神祖はもう手遅れだからです。血を吸いたいという欲求は神祖にだってある。いえ、そもそも人間の血を吸いたいという欲求は神祖から人間に移されたもの。使徒は所詮人間の慣れの果てに過ぎない。私たち人間にとって正真正銘の怪物は神祖と呼ばれる始まりの吸血鬼。彼女にとってあなたは協力者である前に血液に過ぎません。
始まりって、それはどういう？
考えたことがないとは言わせません。血を吸われたことで人間が吸血鬼化するのなら、その根源、大元にあたる初めから吸血鬼だった存在がいることを。この生命としての系統樹が異なる吸血種を神祖と言います。人間の血なんて必要なく、使徒たちと同等、いえ、それ以上の超越能力を持つ者たち。彼女はその神祖と呼ばれる一族の王族なんです。 彼らには身分階級がありませんから、王族というのは正しくはありませんけど。
The explanation leaves me at something of a loss for words. I'm surprised. I only said it because she felt so detached from the real world, but she really was a princess. She said it many times. With a disposition so sudden, it borders on hare-headed and a staggering disregard for common sense. She's not exactly the sort of princess you will see in a picture book.
いいですか。神祖と呼ばれる吸血種には、使徒たちよりはるかに業の深い吸血衝動がある。神祖たちはもともと人間の血がなくても生存できる。けれど、その誕生にどんな間違いが起こったのか、彼らは唯一の欠点、不要な機能を持ってしまった。それが吸血衝動。ただ人間の血が欲しいという思考性です。過去、神祖に襲われればこれに対抗できる人間はいなかった。そして血を吸われた人間は、その時点で人間でなくなってしまう。原因は生命体としてのスケールの違いとも、彼らが血液を魂として捉えているとも言われています。神祖という強大な生命に血を奪われた時点で、人間は人間ではいられなくなる。その神祖の分身、平たく言えば人形になってしまう。仮に血を吸う側の神祖がそれを望まなくとも。
思い出した。使徒は自分の血を送ることで人間を仲間にするんだっけ。逆に神祖ってやつはただ血を吸うだけで人間を犯すってことですか。
ええ。そして問題は、彼らの吸血衝動には理由がないということです。理由がないから止めようがない。
Apology for the interruption, but uh, do you actually know a game called Witch of the Holy Night? No, what's the name? Witch on the Holy Night, made by Moon.
Mautsukai no Yoruye.
Is it good? So they're going to release it on stream on December, but it's only visual novel or it has RPG elements?
Yeah, it takes place in the same continuity at Tsukihime. It's a VN.
Oh, so It will be a next pick to read after this one.
Yeitstar Aoko remember.
Ah, that's great. It's only available on stream. There is any way to play it before the streamed release? You know what I mean?
It's already out on Switch and PS4.
So we play it like we are playing it Tsukihime, right? Wink wink.
I don't see why not.
That's cool.
「神祖という完璧な生命が内包した欠点」「死に至る病」とでも言えましょうか。
A VTuber I saw
という衝動を抑えている
recommended this game and said, "Oh, they are going to release it on stream. Put it on your wish list." And I was like, "Hey, it's Type Moon."
それは理性で我慢をするといったレベルの話ではありません。具体的、物理的に彼らは持てるすべての力を使って常に自分自身の欲求を封印している。強大な異能を自身に使うことで彼らは吸血衝動を抑えている。けれどもし何らかの外的要因でその神祖の能力が低下してしまった場合、
So I'll be buying the Steam version since they'll probably be higher resolution and stuff. I'm hoping they release a Steam version of Tsukihime.
Yes, it deserve such a great visual novel deserve some attention. And streams does allow to give more exposure to well-deserved visual novels. If something were to cause their power to deteriorate, for instance, using their power to heal a grievous wound. I once killed, argued as truly as possible to kill someone. Even though she revived, it must have taken an incredible amount of her power. Let's say that Arquid has a total power of 10. She probably has to use around 7 of it to keep her urge in check. However, if her total power were to drop from 10 to a 5, even if she were to allocate all of it to suppressing her desire, it still won't be enough. In fact, she'll be in the red. What was she cutting down on in order to get the energy to regenerate?
それで その衝動とやらを抑えられなくなった真相はどうなるんですか？
Il go
も
rampage.
ちろん人の血を吸います。その後には何もありません。一度衝動に負けた真相は、あとは落ちていくだけです。一度血の味を知った真相は、その衝動による痛みも倍化すると聞きます。結果として、もう二度と吸血衝動をこらえることができなくなる。真相は極めて優れた種ですが、吸血衝動を抑えなくてはいけないため、全力を出せません。ですが落ちた真相は、もう自らを束縛する必要がない。あとはただ、自らの快楽のために、人の血を吸う怪物になる。
I remember her pretty look last night. Her bloodshot eyes, her rough breathing, her searing breath on the back of my neck.
でもそれは
That's an outright lie. She's terrified of such blood. There is no way. Right, she's afraid. She's afraid because she knows that if she sucks blood even once, she'll never be able to hold herself back again.
ただ、かろうじて救いがあるとしたら、衝動は突発的なものだということです。神祖たちは一人だけ、耐えきれなくなった時のためにしもべを用意しておきます。それが、使徒と呼ばれる者たちの始まりですね。彼らはすでに死んでいる使徒。神祖たちに痛み止めとして生かされていた吸血鬼。それがこの町に救っている、使徒と区分される吸血鬼の始まりです。ですが、アルクエド・ブリュンスタッドには、そのしもべがいない。いえ、今まで必要がなかっただけですね。神祖の中でも特別だった彼女は、自らの意志だけで吸血衝動を抑えられていた。ですが、それも昨夜で限界を迎えた。吸血衝動に果てはありませんし、消えることもない。何度も抑えてきた衝動という沈殿物は、そのうち器から溢れてしまう。彼らは長く生きれば生きるほど、自らに抱えた吸血衝動を肥大化させていってしまう。そうして自分の力だけでは抑えきれなくなった時、自らの衝動が自らの能力を超えてしまった時、彼らは同族の手によって命を絶たれます。それが寿命のない彼らにとっての終わりなんです。
What the hell? Is that what a true ancestor really is? A creature that has to fight tooth and nail to hold back their own urges, suppressing their desire for blood, only to be killed at the hands of their own companions when they finally reach their limits? That's far from perfect. No matter how strong they are, is there was such a fatal error in their creation?
でもあいつは大丈夫だったよ。昨日だってすぐに元に戻ったんだ。今は俺のせいで力が弱ってるけど、怪我さえ治って力を自由に使えるようになれば きっと。
ありえません。だってもともと彼女は限界なんですから。彼女が誕生したのは12世紀と言われています。いくら実際の活動時間が数年に満たないと言っても、彼女の存在時間そのものは変わらない。長く彼女の中にわだかまった衝動は、じき彼女自身を食い破ります。むしろ今までよく持った方でしょう。彼女は、アルクエイドは、もう未来のない命なんです。
This is a first. I'm struck by dizziness so severe I can barely see my hand in front of my face, not as a result of my anemia, but because of someone's word. So then why? If she herself knew that she couldn't go on anymore, then what she's doing hunting vampire in a place like this? It doesn't make sense. No matter how I think about it, it doesn't make sense.
先輩の話は筋が通らない。だってさ、もう自分がダメだって分かっているやつが俺たちのためなんかに吸血鬼を退治しに来るわけがない。
Well, she said that she had a personal squabble with the reincarnating vampire for 800 years. So it also matches the time period, since she was born in the 12th century.
彼女が吸血鬼を処理するのは私たちの役割ではありません。それが彼女の役割だからです。
役割って、そんなの誰が決めたんだよ。
彼女以外の神祖たちでしょうね。彼女が生まれた12世紀は最も落ちた神祖がはびこった時代です。神祖たちは落ちた神祖もその神祖がいたずらに増やしていく使徒も放ってはおけなかった。その手段としてただ殺すためだけの、それ以外のことを何も必要としない純粋な神祖を誕生させ処刑役にした。それがアルクエイドという神祖なんです。彼女はミサイルみたいなもので、ひとたび城から放たれれば最後、標的になった吸血鬼は確実に滅び去ったという話です。
My dizziness returns. Stop it. Stop talking about her like that. She's so good-natured and compassionate that despite how knowing and caring Errol's pain, she's still helping us human. Talking about her like she's some weapon is pissing me off.
いえ、兵器なんですよ。もともと彼女はそういった意味合いでのみ存在を許されていた。ですから、この町に来てからの彼女はどうかしていたんでしょうね。あんなに話をする彼女を見たのは初めてです。もともと彼女は言葉を口にすることさえなかったのですから。
No, that's absurd. I don't know how you could possibly say that the chatterbox never spoke.
だって彼女は余分なことはしないんです。昔から、もう何百年も昔から、彼女はそうやって生きてきた。あの三冠の古城に生を受けた時からずっと永遠に変わることなく。
The sound of my heartbeat. I feel dizzy. My vision dims. What is going on? Images of a scenery I could never have known. Memory of things I could never have seen. All unfold before my eyes, like a walking dream. The final paradise, sprawled among the mountains. The wilderness of Genesis, evocative of the inner sea of the planet. What a pretty picture. In the country heart of the castle, rooted within that domain, a woman is poised amidst the sea of white blossom, as through a sleep.
彼女には余分な知識も自由もありませんでした。倒すべき対象が決定された時だけ外に出される。その時に応じた知識を教え込まれて、確実に敵を処刑できるように。
There was nobody else there. Nobody to talk to. Nobody to meet her.
定められた吸血鬼を殺して帰ってきた彼女は、知識を洗い流されて眠りにつかされます。何も知らないまま、吸血鬼を殺すこと以外に意義を持たないよう幽閉される。
Nothing else. The joy of meeting someone's gaze, and the fulfillment that fell from exchanging conversation. She was never to be given either.
彼女の力は落ちた神祖たちさえ滅ぼせるほど強力だった。けれど皮肉ですね。あまりに強大すぎる能力が災いして、彼女は神祖の間でも疎まれてしまった。姫と称えていながら誰も彼女には近寄らなかった。城を与えられていながら彼女の世界は薄暗い地下室だけだった。だから彼女に感情を与えてくれる者はどこにもいなかった。神祖たちは兵器の手入れをするように彼女を扱った。兵器に余分な機能は必要ないですから。パンを焼く機能も洗濯物を洗ってくれる機能も不要です。そんな余分なものを付属させるなら、もっと兵器らしい機能を付属させるでしょ。
I was being told never to do anything necessary. She said that in a sing-song voice. That's why her gaze had been so empty when she had said that she always decided on one thing by herself. For her, other people are never necessary. They didn't exist. Even if that was only because she didn't know about it.
神祖たちが彼女に求めたものは高い殺傷能力だけ。 故に彼女は何も知らない。言葉も感情も存在しない。非人間である使徒よりもっと上のモンスター。生きている意味も意義もあの生き物には初めから存在しない。
That may be so. And yet, she was always so cheerful, laughing happily at even the most trivial of things. That's why I came to the conclusion she always been like that. What a cruel misunderstanding. She was just... I mean, I had so much fun. Up until now, I never thought I could be so happy from just being like this, from just existing. It was an anxiety that I could not comprehend. In the classroom, bathing in the light of the setting sun, she was confident in me and with that unassuming voice.
アルクエイドは長く活動しているくせに、生きるという意味合いを私たちより知り得ていない。彼女が行動を許されていたのは、活動時間に換算すると驚くほど短いんです。彼女の生涯はほぼ全てが睡眠だった。それもおそらく闇のような眠りだったのでしょう。夢すら見ないようでは、そこに人間性など発生するはずがありません。
Really? I find just talking like this to be pretty fun.
そうして落ちた真相をすべて処断した後、彼女が城から出ることはなくなりました。一応の目的が済んだわけですから、神祖たちも彼女にまともな教育を施そうとしたのでしょうね。けれど彼女は自由にはなれなかった。本当に些細な間違いで城に残った神祖たちを皆殺しにしてしまったから。
I see. Having only been told to kill vampire, she dutifully carried out the orders to the very end that she would have been instructed to. In the end, she was the only one that remained.
同族であり親である神祖たちを処断した後、彼女は自分から城に閉じこもりました。もう誰もいなくなった神祖たちの城の玉座、城壁から伸びた千の鎖につながれて、ロアという吸血鬼が転生するたびに眠りから覚めてわずかな間だけ活動する。
Inside that deterministic world, she never spoke even a single word.
これがアルクエイド・ブリュンスタットの正体です。彼女は根っからの処刑人。自分を縛っていた神祖たちがいなくなっても、まだ吸血鬼殺しだけを目的にして徘徊している。彼女にはそれ以外の楽しみがないのでしょう。
That's a lie. It's all what had brought her joy. I didn't pick up on it at all. Neither in her words, nor her delighted smile. If I had taken a better look, I would have understood. I didn't realize how long she's been all this time. Dumb conversation about nothing with a kindred spirit. The fun of somehow letting the time slip away. The simple tranquility of the idle hours of the evening. All these things that we normally think nothing of. She was happy because she has never experienced that trivial repetition of events up until now.
嘘
Was so incredibly frustrating that she herself didn't even have an inkling of how absurd the path she's been walking was. I simply can't stand her past. Everything she experienced up until now is such a cruel, unjust tale.
全部嘘だ
I really had only ever found half the answer. I will never in my whole life understand what I should do. But at least now, I finally found something I want to do. I don't want her to feel like she's lucky to experience these commonplace things. If I made this experience things that she felt were always waiting within her grasp, then just how? And I have to go to sleep. Thanks for watching again.
Night.
Always nice to chat with you, Solcha. Have a good night.